Undertale is a role-playing adventure game for Microsoft Windows and Mac OS X. It was single-handedly developed by Toby Fox, who wanted to make a game that fixed some of the issues he found in most RPGs. He drew influences from games such as Earthbound and the Mario and Luigi series, as well as the webcomic Homestuck, for which he was a composer. Finally, after over 2.5 years in development and a successful Kickstarter campaign, Toby released Undertale on September 15th, 2015. Long ago, two races ruled over Earth: humans and monsters. One day, a war broke out between the two, and after a long series of battles, the humans were victorious. The greatest of magicians sealed the monsters underground with a magic barrier. This barrier, however, was not perfect. Many years later, a human child climbs Mount Ebott for their own mysterious reason, as it is said that those who climb the mountain never return. The child discovers a large hole, and trying to get a closer look, they fall in. The protagonist starts their adventure in the ruins, and soon meets a sentient flower aptly named Flowey. While seemingly trying to help the player, Flowey attempts to actually kill them, until thwarted by a motherly monster named Toriel. Toriel teaches the player the ins and outs of the underground, how to resolve conflicts, and how to solve puzzles. She explains that it's dangerous, and that humans are the enemy down here. Dangerous as it may be, it's your goal to find the barrier and cross back into the human world. Gameplay in Undertale is a combination of many elements from other games. Overworld gameplay is like your traditional RPG, where you can explore and interact with people and the environment, often having to solve puzzles to proceed. Combat, however, is a little less traditional. In battle, you can choose to fight, act, use an item, or choose a mercy option. Fighting and using an item are pretty standard. Acting, however, allows you to perform certain actions in order to befriend an enemy. This plays a role in the mercy options, as befriending an enemy allows you to spare them without fighting. This is something unique about Undertale, as you can complete the entire game without killing a single enemy. Yes, even boss fights can be ended by befriending them. The game also employs a skill element when it comes to enemy attacks, as they manifest as a bullet hell sort of game. You take control of your soul, a red heart, as you dodge enemies' various attacks. Enemy attack patterns vary, and you may even find that some battles are a puzzle all on their own. The graphics of this game are a combination of both the 8-bit and DOS styles. It's both simple and gorgeous at the same time. Toby Fox is credited with some of the art in his game, but most of the sprite work and concept art was done by artist Temmie Chang. Although it was just the two of them, Fox has stated that having a large team of artists would not have changed the style of the game's art. He found that there's a psychological thread that says audiences become more attached to characters drawn simply rather than in detail, and this game definitely draws upon your emotions. The entirety of the Undertale soundtrack was composed by, you guessed it, Toby Fox. That's right, the whole thing. Fox said the songs from this game drew inspiration from many of his favorite Super Nintendo games, as well as his previous works. I can honestly say that this soundtrack is one of the best I've ever heard. Each tune is completely unique, and in 3 playthroughs, I haven't heard a single song I didn't like. Undertale has something to offer for all RPG fans. The game looks great, sounds wonderful, and has a compelling and ever-evolving story. The game has multiple endings, and I've found myself playing through it over and over to experience each one. And each time, I find myself falling in love with the characters all over again. Undertale definitely deserves the praise it's received. My final verdict on Undertale is, it's a masterpiece! Tell it from the rooftops! It's a masterpiece!